The average conversion rate for e-commerce retail is about 2.5%. That means that out of 100 people that visit your web store, maybe 2 will end up making a purchase. But the top performing e-commerce websites out there have a conversion rate of over 11%. If you want to learn how you can reach, or better yet, increase your current conversion rate, then stay tuned, because in this video, I'll explain how you can use conversion rate optimization to help you generate more sales and increase your revenue. I'm Manuela with Plytics, and we've created this YouTube channel to help small and medium-sized businesses sell better so that you can compete with e-commerce giants. If you want to learn more about Plytics, then check out the video that I've linked in the description. CRO, or conversion rate optimization, refers to the tactics you use to increase the percentage of visitors who perform a desired action on your web store. Now, while the end goal is to have shoppers make a purchase, a conversion isn't limited to just that. Conversions can also include signing up to a newsletter, creating an account, or completing a form, amongst other things. All of these which then help you lead the shopper into making that purchase. Conversion rate is measured by taking the total number of conversions in a given period. And remember that conversions are any desired action that you want a visitor to your web store to make, and dividing it by the total number of sessions in your e-commerce web store for that same period, and multiplying that number by 100 to get a percentage. Why is CRO important? We all want more sales, but wanting that and actually making it happen isn't the same thing. But just like how SEO, or search engine optimization, can help your website rank higher and appear to more people, investing time in conversion rate optimization, or CRO, will help increase conversions, sales, and your bottom line. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the average conversion rate worldwide is about 2.5%. But this ranges depending on your region. If you're in Europe, Middle East, or Asia, you're looking at an average of a 1.8% conversion rate. If you're in the US, you're looking at a 2.6% conversion rate. And if you're in Great Britain, you're looking at a whopping 4%. Now, these are averages, which means if you're below this, you should definitely be aiming for higher. But even if you already meet this rate, you can always improve. And because we love showing off numbers, if you increase from a 2% to a 3% conversion rate, that's a 50% increase. Imagine telling that to your CEO. So with that in mind, let's look at 5 ways that you can improve your conversion rate. Number 1, improving site speed. Ideally, you want your web store to load in less than 3 seconds. According to studies, 40% of shoppers will leave a web store that takes longer than 3 seconds to load. And if it takes longer than 5 seconds, you'll see a 90% increase in that bounce rate. Now, I know images on an e-commerce website are extremely important, but they're also one of the main causes of a slow loading website. While you shouldn't get rid of images altogether, I mean, after all, how else will your customers know what they're buying, right? You can optimize them for a faster loading speed. Optimizing your images is a balancing act of reducing the file size while at the same time ensuring they keep their quality. The first step is to choose the best image format. For best results, photographic images, like your product images, should be in JPEG since they have a smaller file size. Logos, on the other hand, should be saved in SVG format because they're responsive across devices. You should also compress images. Compressing images reduces the file size while keeping the image quality. Each time you compress an image, you do lose a little bit of quality, but when you compress it correctly, you can decrease the file size significantly without losing too much on quality. So like I mentioned, it's a balancing act. Another way to increase your web page loading speed is to be selective with your plugins, your add-ons, or your scripts. Sometimes we get carried away with all of the features and functions that we want our web store to offer, but remember that each element that you add to your website also adds to your loading speed. Now, I'm not saying go and get rid of all of the add-ons, but just make sure that they add more value than harm. Number 2, making your website and categories easy to navigate. Now, I've mentioned this before, but having an easy to navigate store is extremely important. I remember back when I was moving, I went online to look for things that I might need for my new place. And I went on this one website where they had a lot of really cool things from various brands, but the categories were just confusing to understand, and so I ended up leaving and going to a different store. The goal of your web store should be to get shoppers to find what they're looking for in as few clicks as possible. The best way to do this is to provide category and filtering from broad to narrow. For example, if someone's searching for home goods, they should be able to search by the room, but then they should also be able to narrow down their search to, say, sofas and armchairs. And then narrow down even further to just sofas and be able to set filters to choose the right one. This ensures that shoppers who want to look around for ideas can do so, but when they're ready to select a specific item, they're able to do that easily as well. You can even add categories like most purchased or highest rated, or one that I saw that I really liked was a category called under $100. If you want to know what are the top filters to include in your e-commerce store, then check out the video that I'm linking here. Number 3, including UGC. You've probably seen this acronym thrown around, and it stands for user-generated content. This can be images, videos, reviews, testimonials, really anything created by users, and in some cases, even employees. Including user-generated content in your marketing efforts gives your brand a level of authenticity that's really difficult to achieve in any other way. It also pushes shoppers further down the funnel because we all know that peer recommendations are powerful, with 84% of consumers saying that they trust peer recommendations above all other sources of advertising. And as an added bonus, you're further fostering your relationship with your current customers by featuring their original content. There are so many ways to get user-generated content. To be honest, some of it is probably already out there. You can create a marketing campaign around it like Apple did with their Shot on iPhone campaign. You can offer an incentive in exchange, like when Starbucks created the White Cup Challenge and the winning design would be the template for their new cup, or you can simply just ask. Number 4, improving the checkout experience. You know you need to improve the checkout experience when you notice a high drop-off rate at checkout. The checkout process should be as easy as possible, and you can do this by adding multiple forms of payment. This can be credit card, PayPal, mobile pay, and so on. Including trust signals to ease a shopper's mind. Keeping the form simple, only ask for the information that's necessary, and if you ask for more, make sure that you explain why. And not forcing a shopper to create an account on checkout. Save it for after their first purchase. Eufy does a great job of this. They have multiple payment options. They include trust signals in their checkout. They explain exactly why they ask for your phone number. And instead of just asking you to sign up, they add value by asking if you'd like to save your information for a faster checkout next time. Number 5, include cross-selling, upselling, and even downselling opportunities. You all know about cross-selling and upselling, but did you know about downselling? An example for cross-selling would be adding a related items or frequently bought together section. An example for upselling would be things like also comes in and adding premium options. And an example for downselling would be sections like basics or below X amount of dollars. Or as simple as offering a smaller amount or a similar but inferior product. I know it can seem counterproductive, but downselling can help get a shopper's foot in the door, especially when it's a first-time customer. Downselling can help create brand loyalty with shoppers who can't afford a premium item or who might not trust you enough just yet. I mean, think about it. Even Apple is doing it with their iPhone SE line. With this said, it's important to keep in mind that each business is unique and there's no one-fits-all recipe that's sure to work. You can try some or all of these tactics, but make sure that you A/B test and you set metrics that you can track to see how your efforts are performing. If you want to hear more about conversion rate optimization tactics, or you want me to go more in depth with any of the ones that I mentioned, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this.
Tactics to improve zero. Tactics to improve zero.